Hey there folks, Santee at the Arizona Ghostriders here. Houses in the era of westward expansion. That sounded so nerdy. Houses in the era of westward expansion. Houses in the wild, wild west. That's better. Let's look into it. Houses in the Old West varied depending on the region. The region dictated the availability of building materials and how to weatherize the homestead. Keep in mind there were no cookie-cutter neighborhoods made by home developers, so if you wanted a house, you either had to build it or move into one where the family was found massacred by indigenous cultures whose land we were taking. Maybe I watched too many westerns over the weekend. Sorry. Sod houses, or soddies, were frequently found on the prairie where the plains held little in the way of trees or brick-type clay. The prairie grass was so dense and deep-rooted that it made sense to use it for building material. Well, heck, the farmers had to cut it out to get to the soil anyway, so why not? By the way, that's where we get the term sodbuster.
I guess you don't hear very well, sodbuster.
The floor was dirt and the furniture was rustic. A glass window and a stove were probably the biggest expenses for the pioneer homestead. By spring, the roof might grow with beautiful green grass and perhaps a flower or two.
Yeah, they would do the lap boards on the roof and then throw dirt up there, basically to keep it from running straight through.
In other parts of the West, it was more forestier, wilderness-ish, treeful.
What a tararagundi, eh?
This is where you would find folks building log cabins. Buying some land in a forested area meant you could cut down the trees where you wanted the house and build the house out of those logs. There were grooves hand-cut into the logs to fit them together and a mortar material called chinking to fill in the gaps. Incidentally, plenty of log cabins have survived the Old West and lived to tell the tale. If there was a wood mill and some money, you could build with lumber, which was a quicker building process. Also, you got more wood out of one tree by slicing it up. Let's not forget the Southwest, the arid landscape sparse in the tree department. Down here, homes were made of one of the oldest building materials, adobe brick, which is a mixture of straw and earth. These bricks could be 14 inches long and weigh 35 pounds apiece. But they're durable and they keep an interior cooler during the summer months.
The swirl cactus ribs, get on the inside of the ceiling and put creosote and stuff on it and then fill that up with sand to keep insulated and also keep the weather out.
During the mining era, a house may not have been a wise choice if you were on the move chasing the next gold or silver strike. Many would live in a glorified tent that was easy to break down and throw onto a buckboard if it was time to move on. Of course, if you were prosperous and lived near an established town, chances are you had a nice home. In our country, we are fortunate that numerous Victorian houses are still around. Many towns here in Arizona have an annual historic home tour where residents open up their territorial era houses and take visitors back in time. See, we ain't the only ones keeping the Old West alive. Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Hope you learned something. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on down the trail.
Sod roofs were really popular.
Out here or up north?
Arizona.
I didn't know there was going to be a test.